Hello everyone and welcome to the 4.0. This is the official 4.0, not data mined, so it's on the SWTOR website. I will put a link to the website, to the dev blog for you if you want that. This is the Guardian / Juggernaut changes for 4.0, Knights of the Fallen Empire. We did do the Marauder one last time because it went on for a bit. We had a lot of things to explain here, so we'll get into the Big Dick Guardian because you want to have a big dick. Okay, you don't want to flail around with two glow sticks. You just want a big, meaty lightsaber. It's not really meaty. Big dick in your hands. There. Okay, that makes it sound gay. Maybe all Guardians are gay. Who knows? You know, good luck to them. Maybe they'll enjoy themselves. You know, have a big vigilant thrust party. That those Guardians know. They are the pervert. They do know what the ladies like, though. Consequently, they know what the guys like as well. They know what everyone likes. Guardians. Just all sexual. That's all they are. That's all they are, really. So let's take a look. Again, the changes in the Marauder video that we mentioned, of course, to when you get your tiers all apply. Again, they've gone up a few levels. Also, you're getting Mad Dash, Blade Blitz. Master Strike is being renamed Blade Dance. If you want to see our thoughts on that, check out the Marauder video. We explained that in the Marauder one. So again, Mad Dash we're still getting. Again, still increases your defense chance with 100%. While dashing, dashes you forward 20 meters, dealing weapon damage to all enemies. Is obtained at level 61. So we've not really gone into too much detail about that, but we did talk about it a bit in the Marauder video. But it is the same ability. It's a Sith Warrior Jedi Knight ability. So all the warriors and knights are going to get it as well. So we'll look at the big tank, the big dick, Immortal. I love that name. Okay, for the Juggernaut, Immortal, awesome. So we're getting a new passive skill. Yay, passive skills. Like our passive skills, don't we? Everything's passive in this expansion. You should rename it Knights of the Passive Empire or something like that. Knights of the Passive Skill Gain. So you're getting defensive slashes / defensive swing. Ravager and Blade Dance grants a stacking increase to defense chance with each hit. So it stacks up to 3 times. Each stack increases defense chance by 2%, so it's going to be 6% with 3 stacks. So you're going to get extra 6% defense. Pretty nice, actually. This effect lasts for 6 seconds, and the hit refreshes the duration, so it lasts 8.7 seconds while scaling up to full strength with no alacrity. The full strength proportion will last for a full 6 seconds. Yeah, so basically, Blade Dance or Ravage is going to be key in our mitigation rotation because beforehand, you know, Master Strike as it was called before, it was just something we pressed when we had nothing else to press, really, because you did your threat generation, your Guardian Slash, your bitch slap. I call it the bitch slap. Well, you backhand it's called on the Juggernaut. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's hilt strike or something like that. I call it bitch slap because you're just bitch slapping someone. I think that's pretty good. That generates a lot of threat. I like that. So yeah, so when you use that, they're generally your threat generation. Then you get your mitigation, which was your retaliation, or what was it called again? Riposte. And you had your blade storm, which gave you your blade barrier. So you had these kinds of things. Or your sonic barrier as well from Force Scream. So those were your kind of mitigation rotations. If none of them were available and you had nothing else really to press, you would generally, and you had the boss position, you generally just use Master Strike or Ravage. Now, of course, it's going to give us 6% defense. Okay, it will last for 6 seconds. Each hit will refresh the duration. Okay. So if we hit it again, it will go up again. So again, I can't remember what the cooldown is. I don't know if we could hit it in that 6-second period. So again, it's going to be 6% defense, which is very, very nice for us. It is very, very nice. So I don't know. I mean, I think we'll probably still, its place in the rotation might remain the same, but it is just going to give us more active mitigation, actually, which is pretty nice. I guess we'll still want to get, I still would probably want either Retaliation or Scream up while I was Master Striking, just in case something goes wrong, just in case we have to interrupt it or something like that. I'd probably want that up first, because again, it's good mitigation, especially like Sonic Barrier is pretty nice. as well, and you've got your little buff that you get from retaliation as well. Again, they're your active mitigation abilities. Again, getting that defense chance. It's not really, I don't think it's really active mitigation because it just increases your defense chance. So it's more of a buff that we're going to keep up on ourselves. Okay, so it's going to be, yeah, so it's 8.7. So while it scales, so yeah, so it's while it scales with no alacrity. You're not going to have any alacrity as a tank. So it's going to be 8.7 seconds effective uptime. That's what's going to be. The full strength is going to be 6 seconds. So it's that's pretty good actually. It's pretty good with our Master Strike. So of course, because it takes 3 seconds to activate Master Strike. That's why. So the first tick, I take it, is 0.3 of a second into our Blade Dance, should we say. But yeah, it looks interesting, that ability. We do have a bit of a movement speed increase this time. That was our problem last time with, we've got Mad Dash, which is going to be good. So again, I like it. I like it. It's not really what we call active mitigation. Technically, yeah, I mean, it is a good defense chance. 6% defense. We'll take it all day. We're going to take that all day, definitely, because defense is our main tanking stat, really. Again, your bitch slap's getting moved up to level 42. Your backhand, hilt bash is what it's called. There you go, hilt bash. There you go, up to 42. I just call it bitch slap, because that's what the Juggernaut just bitch slaps you. that should be your taunt. Just walk up, bitch slap them. You should take his glove off, essentially, slap them with it. Sir, I challenge you to a duel. There you go, that's a tanking ability. That'll get them to attack you. Invincible Warding Call is up to level 58, and Pillar of Strength, Beacon of Might is now trained at level 60, up from 59. Again, who cares? Really, who the hell cares? Yeah, Vigilance / Vengeance, the big pervert that is the Vigilant Thruster. Is that Guardian, the big Quagmire. I'm gonna rename my Guardian Quagmire, I think. Giggity giggity, oh yeah. Giggity giggity, he's gonna do that Vigilant Thrust. It sounds like a Quagmire thing. Does sound like something that he'd say. So you're getting a new passive skill. A new passive skill is gonna be called Burn Master, oh yeah. Oh yeah, it knows what the ladies like. Okay, Blood Master, not really know what the ladies like there. The Juggernaut, nah, not really. Burn Master, oh yeah, because you know, you start out with the Blade Dance. That's what you do. This is the Guardian Seduction Rotation Guide. Blade Dance, very important, you know, you want to be seductive. Blade Dance, get a bit of a Blade Dance going, you know, get in there, get that Vigilant Thrust, oh yeah, and then afterwards, that's what she calls you, the Burn Master, because the carpet burns that you'll leave, because the Guardian knows how to treat the ladies right. Okay, he knows how to treat the ladies right. She won't be able to sit down for a week. Okay, but fair enough. Yeah, he's known, that's why he's the Burn Master. Oh yeah, so let's get to the ability, shall we? Each bleed or burn that you have active on the enemy target increases the damage you deal with bleeds and burns by 5%. So only stacks per... it stacks up to, it's only, the effect stacks once per bleed burn up to 3 times. You can only get 1 Shatter Plasma Brand, 1 from Eviscerate Burning Purpose, and 1 from Draining Scream / Burning Blade. So you won't benefit 8 times if you had Shatter Plasma Brand on 8 different targets. So you have to use the different ones, different burns, to get extra burn damage. Again, I don't think it's really, oh, they've added another tooltip for clarity. It says, for each of your bleeding effects active on the enemy, deal 5% more bleed damage, matched with 15%, while they are each on a bleeding target. So bear in mind, we want to get all our dots up when we dot spread, definitely now, because when we dot spread, is it going to affect... it only affects the actual... this is complicated. So it only affects the damage we deal with bleeds or burns by 5%. So it's the dots, not the actual ability that increases in damage. If I'm reading this right. Damage you deal with bleeds or burns. So if you use Plasma Brand on a target that's already bleeding, then the dot will be increased from Plasma Brand. if you've already got a dot on. So you want all your dots up. I don't think it really changes our rotation up very much. So we're going to put all those dots up anyway. We probably want to keep some of those dots up. So we can only get one per ability. So we can't just sit and spam the same ability over and over. Although we can, because they've all got cooldowns, haven't they? And I take it Vigilant Thrust will still spread our dots. You know, spread them out. You know, because he's a love magnet. Spread them burns out, because, you know, Guardian, he's got that big a dick that, you know, he gets many other women. Because the Guardian, you know, he's the ladies' man, the Guardian. Okay, to hell with the Jedi Code, right? I'm a fucking Guardian, right? Fuck the Jedi Code. A Guardian is a lover. Okay, he's a lover. Yeah, that's what the Guardian is. He's a lover of many women. That's why he's got the dot spread. Spread them burn master out. Spread them out. Of course, we want to do that. So yeah, everything else is just up. Everything's gone up. Jesus, leveling a Guardian's going to be a bit of a bugger. It's like our Shien form is trained at level 42. Our Vigilant Thrust, oh, the ladies are going to have to wait a level. They're going to have to wait till level 58. God damn it. God damn it, man. That is bad. Although some of them have gone down. Zen Strike / Rampage has gone down to level 16, down from 36. Yeah, everything else is up. Burning Blade is trained at level 20, now in 16. Oh. Eviscerate / Burning Purpose is trained at 36 instead of 28. God damn it. Ravager / Master Focus is now trained at level 28, up from 20. God damn it. I don't want to level one of them now. I'm not going to level a Guardian. Really, buy a level 60. Use your level 60 boost on the Guardian. Yeah, that would be it. Rage / Focus. It's still called Focus. Oh, they renamed it for the Sentinel. We're getting Enveloping Rage / Protective Focus. Raging Burst / Focus Burst. Grants us, and Smash Force Sweep. Grant us 5% damage reduction for 6 seconds. Yay. Yay, 5% damage reduction for DPS spec. I suppose if it's the spec used in PvP, it makes sense, but, you know, a bit boring, really. Again, leveling again is, the other abilities are just leveled. You're going to get them a level later, basically. Your Force Crush, Furious Strikes, and Furious Power going up a level. Utilities, what are we getting? We're getting Unshackled Rage / Focus Freedom. Whenever in Rage, Combat Focus removes, when activated, there you go, in Rage, Combat Focus removes a movement impairing effect. Immobilizes and slows. This increases the Guardian's movement speed by 50%. So there you go, we're getting a movement speed buff. Useful. So increases their movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. Going to be useful on fights, again, like Underlurker, where you want to move. Again, we're still not going to be as useful as the Sentinels there. Bit of a downer there. So it's going to be useful again as a tank if you're doing Sword Squadron and you're trying to get out of that rapid fire. Pretty useful. So using Enrage or Combat Focus will get you that 50% movement speed. So yeah, I can see its usefulness. We can see its usefulness if you have to get out of things, if you have to get away from things, generally as a tank or as a DPS. I like it. Useful. A masterful one, the tier 2 one, is Warbringer / Ardent Advocate. Force Charge Leap enables your next Vicious Throw / Dispatch to be used on a target with any level of health for 15 seconds after activation. Pretty useful for burst damage, essentially. Yeah, I could see that being useful, especially if you're DPS. As a tank, it's better than Saber Throw. Essentially, it's going to be better than Saber Throw. So if you've got, for the example, you've got 2 enemies that are both ranged that are a distance apart, you could leap at one, and you taunt the other one. So you taunt the other one, and then you could use Vicious Throw or Dispatch instead of Saber Throw at that. So it can be useful as a tank, really. Again, got this from the, this was in the data mining as well. So again, pretty useful. You got 15 seconds, bear in mind, to use it. So again, it's going to be a burst damage increase. So it just basically, because of course Vicious Throw Dispatch, if you don't know what it is, it's your finisher essentially. Normally only usable on targets, targets that are below, I think it's 30% health. I think it is, for your finisher. Yeah, so there you go, you get a freebie. So again, it's going to help our burst out, which is useful. Useful when we're target switching as well. So if Underlurker, if we're doing Lurkerlings, again, a lot of target switching there. So again, we'll increase our burst damage for target switching. So I'd take a look at that, certainly if we're doing a lot of target switching. Sword Squadron as well, when we're switching between Unit 1 and Unit 2, we're going to, again, force leap is what we're going to do between them. It's the quickest way to get from Unit 1 to Unit 2 is to just force leap. And, you know, you've got yourself a nice little burst damage increase there. So again, good ability. We're going to take it, essentially. PvP, probably going to take it as well, maybe. Just for a burst damage increase as well. And again, for PvP, you're going to take Unshackle Rage and Focus Freedom as well. Because movement speed increase gets you to the objective faster. Gets you capping it faster. There you go. The tier 3 ability is, again, the same as the Marauder one. Through Victory, Cut Loose. Again, Mad Dash, Blade Blitz can be used while immobilized. And purges immobilization and slow effects when activated. So there you go. Overall, quite boring that they're just new passives. We're not getting like a new ability or anything like that. Or they're not really removing any abilities or replacing anything. But yeah, I'd like the utility changes to both classes. I think they're both specs, both advanced classes, should we say. We covered the Marauder ones in the previous video, but I quite like them. I mean, they're useful. I can see where they're going to be useful, actually, in the game. We can see situations where we're going to be using them. Okay, because we know what PvE is going to involve in this expansion. It's not as if we don't know, like the last expansion, because there's no new raids being added. So I can see where you're going to use those abilities. They're quite nice, actually. The movement speed increase is pretty nice. Mad Dash, Blade Blitz, while we kind of maybe like it to be Heroic Leap, it's still decent, actually. Again, the defense increase is pretty nice. Be a useful opener on certain attacks, I'd imagine, certain enemies, I'd imagine. So yeah, overall, looks pretty good, the Guardian, we'd say. So anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you for joining me. We'll look at other ones when they're released. I don't think there's any other ones been released yet. I don't know. I will have to go and check out the dev blogs anyway. This is the first one that I took a look at. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you again soon, and goodbye.